morning everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be our 3 months wedding planning update. As you're watching this, it will only be one day, I think, away from the 3 months mark. It is actually 13 weeks today as I'm filming the video. As you can possibly see in the background there where I have my countdown, it is 91 days. So we're almost into the 80s now. We have hit the 90s since the last time I spoke to you. Gone into double digits, so that's exciting. And yeah, there's quite a lot going on this month. I'm starting to feel the pressure a little bit now, since I know that it's hit 13 weeks. That 12-week mark seems to be the big one for some reason, and now that I know that's looming, I'm starting to feel the pressure building a little bit for everything that needs done, but I know that we'll get there. So while I'm sat here with my morning cup of tea, I thought I would just jump on and share with you what we did get done last month and what the plans are to get done this month. So everything that was on my January's to-do list got done last month except for one thing, and that was to get all the men to try the suits on. There's still 3 of them need to try them on, but luckily all the rest have been fine, so that's brilliant. We don't need to worry about that. Everything else got done, everything else was fine. I had a little bit of an issue getting one of the suppliers not necessarily to reply. I don't want to say that because they did reply, but they weren't exactly answering my questions the way that I wanted them to. So I was sending them an email asking a few questions, wanting to check some details and the price, etc. And they replied just saying, yeah, everything's fine with your booking. Now that's great. I was glad to know that the booking was fine and there was no problems with it, and they still had our booking on their records. But I wanted them to answer the questions that I was asking. So by them just saying, yeah, everything's fine, I was thinking, well, is that them like agreeing to the things that I've asked? Or have they just not fully read the email, seen that I want to check our booking's okay, and just said, yeah. So it did take a couple of more emails for me to get proper answers to the things I wanted, but we got there eventually. So January's pretty much done. For February, one of the first things on the list was to have a meeting with the priest that's performing our ceremony. So he's actually a new priest to this parish. One of the priests that was here has now gone to another parish, and the other one that was here has taken a bit of a step back. He's not retired, but he's just taken a bit of a step back. He's not as active in his role as he was. So there's a new priest in town and he's going to be doing our ceremony. So because we hadn't really met him, he wanted to meet with us just to get to know us and sort of see who we were before he was performing our wedding. And I also wanted to just check a couple of details with him. We'd already chosen all our hymns and readings and everything, so I wanted to make sure that all of that was okay with him. So we went to that meeting, what day was it? Thursday. So 2 days ago, as I'm filming this, we went to that meeting with him. I was a bit nervous because it was the first time we were meeting him, and to be honest, I was a bit terrified that he was going to say no to everything we'd already picked, which, when I've already done the orders of service, got them like printed and made, and when we've already given sheet music to the person that's playing our music for us, that thought did stress me out a little bit because it would take a lot of changing if he said no to things. And obviously when you've already got things in your mind and you sort of set on those ideas, you don't want to have to suddenly change them with only a few months to go. So I was a bit terrified that he was just going to flat out say no to everything, but he was lovely. I really liked him. I think it's going to be really nice having him perform our ceremony. He was happy with our hymn choices and our reading choices. He was very impressed with my organisation. I had my binder with me because I had our order of service in and all our choices, and he actually photocopied the notes that I'd wrote down. He was very impressed with how well organised I had everything. He said quite often you're sort of chasing couples the week before their wedding to try and get them to confirm a hymn or a reading, whereas we've already got everything picked and organised, which I suppose is one of the perks of postponing your wedding 4 times. Everything's already done. Yeah, so that was really good. He was happy with that. There was a bit of a sticky moment where I thought he was going to say no to a couple of our music choices because they aren't religious music and they aren't sort of traditional, and he read them on the order of service plan that I've got, and he seemed to get a bit awkward and started to say about using copyrighted music, and obviously we know that that can be an issue, especially as the services do get live streamed. Obviously people can claim against the church for using their music, but that was when he thought we were going to try and use a CD player or something and play the actual songs. What we've done is got the sheet music for those songs, and the person who plays the organ at the church is going to play them for us. So once he knew that, it was absolutely fine. So I could breathe a sigh of relief then, as that was one of the things I was worried about. But yeah, it went really well, and we're going to meet with him again before the wedding, a week or two before, just because he said he wants to get to know us a bit better so that he can make the service more personal, which is really nice. I thought that was lovely. And then we've arranged our rehearsal as well, which I am really looking forward to. I know I'll feel a lot better when I know exactly where I need to go and when I need to do certain things in the ceremony. So yeah, that's one big thing ticked off February's to-do list, and the main thing that I was sort of nervous or worried about, so I'm glad that that's done at the very start of the month. The only other meeting that I have this month is with the florist. That's nothing major. I'm just going up to sort of confirm everything that we did have on our booking and that we still want it. There's a couple of things that I want to add on to the booking, and just a slight addition that I want to make to the flowers, and then going to get a confirmed price for everything as well. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit croaky, I don't know where that came from. I'm not sure if it's because I've literally just got up and I haven't fully finished my first cup of tea of the morning yet. But yeah, I suddenly seem to have developed a croaky voice. So yeah, meeting with the florist, that is, I want to say this coming Wednesday. There's that many meetings and things being planned lately that I don't know what's where. But I think that one's this coming Wednesday. So that'll be done really soon as well, so that's good. I'm not worried about that one though, because it's literally just confirming details. So that's going to be fine. I don't know if I've spoke to you since, but I did have the meeting with the cake maker last month, and that went really well. And the cakes actually turned out being a little bit cheaper than we thought it was going to be, so that was a nice surprise. And she's definitely making my vision come to life. I'm very happy with what we've discussed and how she's going to do it. I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant. It's got a slight little Disney touch in there that I'm very happy about. So yeah, really pleased with that. That all went really well. I'm not sure if I've already told you that, but I've told you again now if I had. What else have we got to do this month? I've got a couple of DIYs that I want to get done this month. Nothing major. It's just a bit of painting and some flowers to add on, artificial flowers. I'm not going to tell you what they are because I don't want to ruin it for anyone who's going to be at the wedding if anyone watches this. But they're pretty easy. Each of them will maybe take an hour max if I can get an hour to fully focus on them. So yeah, I'm hoping to get them done this month. We've also now finally had all of our RSVPs back. It was our RSVP due date on the 1st of February. Finally got the last of the numbers confirmed last night, which means I can now give final numbers to the coach transport and the reception venue for the meals and the buffet, things like that. I can sort out my seating plan, make sure that I've got that all sorted. Obviously it was all already done for our 2020 date, but there's a few people can't come now, and there's some people coming that weren't coming, some people that were only coming at night that we're now closer to, so they're coming through the day. So there is a few things need changed slightly. So I can now get my seating plan finalised and get that remade. So that's good, I'm happy about that. That's been sort of on hold and is quite a big job until we got all the RSVPs back. So I'm glad that I can get that done now. I'm also glad I can give definite final numbers to the coaches so that we know that that's all done. And then I can get everything organised with our reception venue, giving them the final numbers, confirming all the details with them, and then we can get an up-to-date price of our remaining balance to pay with them as well, because obviously that is the biggest expense of the day, and that's going to be the largest chunk of money. So I do want to get that properly confirmed, and then we know exactly how much we've got to pay out once all the payments start becoming due. So I'm glad I can get that done now. That will definitely get done this month because it won't take a lot of doing. It's literally just sending out some emails. So I'm glad that can get done. I do want to get the last of the men's suits tried on this month. Like I said, that was on January's list and it didn't quite get done. So I do want to get that done this month, just so that we know that there's no major issues, and if there's anything small like the hem of the pants needing tuck up or anything, we know that we can get that done. So I do want to definitely get that done this month, because I don't want to leave something off January's list just sitting and waiting forever. I'm also going to get all of the reception decorations confirmed this month, I hope. I've been writing out sort of a list of instructions and where we want certain things put at the reception and what decoration we're going to have, what table decoration, etc. A lot of what we're using has either been made by me or my fiance's mum is letting us use a lot of the stuff from where she works. She works at the Helena Thompson Museum, she's the manager there, and they of course do a lot of weddings and things like that, and they have some gorgeous pieces that they use. So we're using their centerpieces and chair covers and sashes, table runners, and quite a few other decorative bits. So she has been kind enough to let us use those. So I need to go up there and confirm all of that with her, confirm what we want to use, go through my lists of what's going to go where. I'm saying it's a list, it's not really a list because I've included a lot of pictures in it. So it's basically pictures of things that we want to use with pictures or diagrams of where in the venue I want them to be, and like sort of lists of what needs to go on each table and things like that. At some point I'll post a picture of it all on my Instagram or on my stories, so if you go and follow me over there you'll be able to understand a bit easier what I'm talking about. But yeah, I want to go and get all that confirmed with her this month, because I know that she'll be happier knowing exactly what we're needing to use so that she can get organised, and I'll be happier knowing that it's all confirmed and that that's another thing sorted. I know that they're going to do a really good job of making sure that everything is where I want it to be on the wedding day. Obviously it's not a major disaster if something isn't where I want it to be or something ends up not getting put out that was supposed to, because by that point we'll have got married and I'll just be that happy that we finally got married. I won't care probably, but I would like things to go to plan as much as possible. So I want to go and get all of that sorted out with them. Something else that we have already got done this month that was on February's to-do list was to buy some new shoes for my fiance. He did have some for the original wedding date, but then has ended up wearing them because he's needed a new pair of those shoes, and it's been that long since the original wedding date was, we thought we might as well get some use out of them. So he needed a new pair of shoes because obviously you want to feel sort of fresh and smart on your wedding day being the groom. You don't really want to wear a pair of shoes that you've already wore for a lot of other occasions. So we ordered him some new leather shoes from Marks and Spencer's. I picked those up yesterday. I'm really happy with them. I think they look really smart. I love the sort of stitched detail on them. I will at some point have a picture on my Instagram so you'll be able to see them on there. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. He still needs to try them on because I only picked them up last night. So he's hopefully going to do that today, and then we know if they fit okay so that we can take them back if they don't and look for something different. But I think they're going to be fine. I think they're really nice. I think they'll go really well with his suit. So really happy about that, because that is all of his stuff pretty much sorted. Like, we've got his suit, his shirt, his cravat has been bought. It's just still at the shop because it's from the same place the bridesmaid dresses are from. So I'm going to collect those when I collect the dresses. So we've got that. Now we've got his shoes. We already had his cufflinks, and I've got him a gift to wear on the day as well. I won't say what it is in case he watches this, but yeah, those shoes mean that his full outfit is now done and sorted, so very happy that that's done. Something else, speaking of bridesmaid dresses, that I did do this month is we've arranged the dress fittings, and I've arranged to go and collect the bridesmaid dresses from the shop that they're at. So I need to go and collect them to be able to take them with me to the seamstress. The seamstress is the same one that is doing the alterations on my wedding dress. She's already got my dress, so I just need to go and pick up all the bridesmaid dresses to be able to take them to her. So I've arranged a date to go and do that. That's what I mean about there being loads of appointments booked in, even if they're not all coming up really soon. I have made a lot of appointments recently. I've also made an appointment to go for an eye test, which I know doesn't seem very wedding related, but I am wanting to try contacts again for the wedding. As much as I don't mind wearing my glasses day to day, on my wedding day I really don't want to wear them because I don't like how I look in glasses for nicer occasions. So especially on my wedding day, I really don't want to be wearing them. I know some brides do and they still look stunning and it works for them, but I just wouldn't feel happy or comfortable in my glasses on the day. So I'm wanting to go and try contacts. So I'm wanting to go and try contacts again. I have tried them once before and I was fine with them, except for when it came to taking them out. I really struggled taking them out of my eyes. So I'm going to make the effort to try again. I didn't really give it much of a chance last time. So I'm going to try that again. I'm going to try it just before my hen weekend so that I can wear them for that. Try and get used to them with about a month to go till the wedding, and then hopefully be able to wear them on the wedding day as well. So I've booked that appointment in. That's going to happen in March. Speaking of my hen weekend, that is something else that is on February's to-do list with the 3-month mark. I want to get everything booked and arranged for my hen weekend. So I've already got one thing booked and we do know what we're doing with everything, but it just needs all booked and paid for. So I'm hoping I can get that done and organised this month, and then I know that it's done, because a couple of the things that I'm wanting to do could be things that get booked up, and it's going to really throw the plans off if they are booked up, as I'm not sure what we'll do in their place. There isn't a lot of things in the same area as they are, and everything's very location focused. So I'm hoping I can get that booked this month, and then I know that it's not going to end up being booked up or sold out for the date and time that we need. So I think that's pretty much all there is to update you on. The only other thing that I've got done is last night I went through all of our favours and place settings, and I made sure that we had the right number of favours in there for everyone that was coming, because I know I'd made a lot of extras because I made them before we had confirmed final numbers. So I made sure that all I had in my storage boxes was the right number of ones that we need, and then I went through all the place settings. There's 3 new place settings that I need to make for people who weren't originally coming that now are, and then there's one that needs changed for someone whose name has changed since we were originally going to get married. So I'm going to get those done hopefully this weekend so I can get them all sorted and put away. I know that's just something small, but it's been something that's playing on my mind that I knew needed to be done, and it's those little things that make the list seem really long. So I made sure I got that done last night, so I'm glad that that's done now. But I think that's pretty much it. I know that doesn't sound like a lot of things, but there's all little like bits that go into them that are making this month's to-do list feel quite long. So I am confident that I'll get it all done, as well as the one that's left over from last month, hopefully. And then by the next time I speak to you with one of these updates, it'll only be 2 months to go, and that is just insane. In a couple of weeks I actually have a countdown calendar to start opening. It's supposed to be a 12-day countdown calendar, so for like the 12 days leading up to your wedding, but everything will be so hectic in those 2 weeks. I don't want to forget to open it, and if there's things in there that are related to being a bride-to-be, I want to be able to get the most use out of them as possible. So I've decided to turn it into a 12-week calendar. So I'm going to start opening one a week in the 12 weeks leading up to the wedding. I think that'll really build the excitement. So I'm going to share that each time I open one over on my Instagram stories. So if you want to see what's in there, definitely come and follow me over on my Instagram if you're not already, because that'll be in a week or so that I start posting that. So make sure you follow me there for that. Also click subscribe on here if you aren't already. There will be a lot more wedding content in the coming months, because obviously it is getting a lot closer now. And then of course there will be the usual weekly vlogs, lifestyle vlogs, and all sorts of other bits in between. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. As I always say, it does mean so much to me. Please like it if you have enjoyed it, and share it with your friends if you think it's something they might be interested in. Leave me a comment down below if you're currently planning your wedding and how long you've got to go. I love speaking to other brides-to-be. That is one of my favourite parts of my Instagram page. So definitely comment below, and if you have an Instagram as well, leave that linked and I will come and follow you over there. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you really soon. Bye.